Hey guys, it's Joey Gaming and welcome back to the Joey Gaming YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be covering some new Halo Infinite news that I'm pretty stoked about, alright? Long story short, we're getting a brand new Warthog, okay? A brand new Warthog variant that we have never seen before here on Halo before. So I'm super excited for that. I think it's going to be super cool. So let's get right into it. So I'm gonna put the link to the description to the blog post. If you guys want to take a look at it, you guys can find the link for it in the description, and I highly recommend you guys check it out as well. I'm not gonna read everything. I'm basically gonna summarize what 343 said, because first, I don't really have a lot of time, and second of all, I suck at reading out loud, and I prefer not to read out loud. So yeah, let's just get right into the blog post. And the thing is, it's called Peak Design, right? And they basically talk over about this character and the backstory about this character. And this character is a boss, apparently. Let me see if there's a name for him. Not that I can know of, but there probably is, alright? If you take a look at the blog post, you can probably find a name for him. But this guy does look pretty sweet. I know I said I wasn't gonna read the paragraphs, but I'm gonna read a few things. To help you hold over a little bit more in the coming months, here's a couple of brute brothers you'll like to run across. A word of advice: they ain't a big fan of Spartans. And we have this first image of a brute, and this brute pretty sweet. All right, I'm pretty sure we've seen a leak. I'm pretty sure we've seen a leak from this guy before as a Roblox toy, not Roblox. I mean as what the fudge is it called? As a toy leak, alright? It was like a Mega Bloks toy, basically. This was a leak, and basically this guy has Spartan Locke's helmet on his side. So he either captured Spartan Locke, or he killed Spartan Locke and has his helmet on it, which is pretty sweet. Pretty brutish if you ask me, because name something that is more brutish than that, if I'm being completely honest. Like, why don't they take parts of their foe's armor and, wear it, basically? Also, this guy has tags, so I wonder if that's, like, the soldiers he killed, like, UNSC personnel, or even, like, more Spartans. And this is honestly a cool design from the Spartan. I can't wait to fight him. Honestly, I don't know if this is going to be a boss fight. If you know anything from boss fights in Halo, boss fights in Halo don't really work well. Alright, the first time we really see a boss fight in Halo was Halo 2 with the, what's it called? What's the guy's name with the Prophet of Regret and the Tartarus ones? Those were cool, I guess, but Halo wasn't really made for, boss fights. And they tried to attempt it again with Halo 5 Guardians. And Halo 5 is Halo 5, so we don't really need to talk about Halo 5 because everyone knows how bad Halo 5 is. Also, Project Lemuria, like the fan mod Project Lemuria, that was an interesting, as an outcome as well, because Project Lemuria, they had its own boss fight, and once again it wasn't that good either. All right, in Project Lemuria, it's a fan mod, and most of it's not that good, but for a fan mod it's pretty good. But I'm not here talking about the Lemuria one. Long story short, bosses don't really work well for Halo, and yeah. But anyways, if this is a boss, then I guess we'll see how it will turn out, but I don't really have high hopes for a boss fight in Halo Infinite. But who knows if there's gonna be an actual boss fight in Halo Infinite? And time would tell. Maybe this is just a passive character that we don't fight as a boss. The next character is this guy, and he's a lot more clean compared to the other guy, and he looks like the assistant to the other one, so that's pretty cool. Alright, I don't really have anything else to say. He's just a brute, alright. Looks like his assistant or something. I can't really say a lot more about that. But let's move down to the next thing. So the next one, it says the scrap party. And basically what this is, it's a scrap cannon. Alright, and over here, it apparently shoots hot metal. So imagine you take the spiker from Halo 3 and Halo Reach, and you turn that thing into a massive, basically like a turret, basically. You know those turrets like the plasma cannon or the chain gun from Halo Reach and 3? Basically like that, and you can carry it around. Which just sounds really cool in general. And you shoot out like these hot blades, these hot spikes, and I think that's a really cool idea for a weapon. Here's the concept art for it, and honestly, it's pretty sweet. And according to this, it has a nickname called the Gatling Mortar. I don't know if I pronounced that right. And it fires heated metal at uncomfortable distances. So that's pretty cool, alright? So I can't wait to do that. Pretty brutish turret, if you ask me. And you know what? Kind of makes sense. We're fighting against a brutish military, basically, where the brutes are in charge of this military. So of course there's gonna be like brute armory and stuff. So that's pretty cool. But the next one I'm going to tell you guys is probably one of my most favorite thing out of this whole report. And it's the sweet looking Warthog. And I will read you guys this one because it is a small paragraph, and I will read it. So it says here, so we heard you like taking Marines on adventures and stuff. Well, let me introduce you to the Razorback. Think of as a Warthog, more spacious and more robust cousin, perfect for crashing banished house parties with and taking on scenic drives. Honestly, on the sounds of that paragraph, it sounds similar to like a troop Warthog, basically. And if you don't know what a troop Warthog is, it's one of those Warthogs, right, where you can't really spawn and forge before, and now you can. And basically a bunch of Marines would come into the back. Instead of having a turret like a rocket, like rockets, or gauss cannon, or a chain gun at the back, it's just seats for Marines to get on board. And honestly, it was so cool. They had them in Halo 3 and Reach. And I think, did Halo 5 have them? I don't think Halo 5 have them. But this is pretty cool. Honestly, I can see, and you know what? Bungie had a reason on why you can't really spawn those Warthogs in, you know, Halo 3 or Halo Reach, because they honestly serve a purpose. Now, when you spawn in those vehicles, like those Warthogs, the troop Warthogs from Halo 3 and Reach, you can't really get into the back, because you know what? Those Warthogs don't really serve a purpose. And I think this is kind of an attempt from 343 to make it more a good reason, because honestly, if 343 can create a Warthog where it's unarmed, however it still has a niche role, which is more armor, that'd be pretty sweet. Like, imagine you can carry up to like maybe 5 or 6 Spartans into a battle with this whole thing, alright? And it's more armored than a traditional Warthog, so it balances out. That's just a really cool concept to me. And honestly, I really hope that we see more Warthog variants. And you know what? I know a lot of people don't like Halo 5, but what I do like from Halo 5 is the amount of variants to the vehicles. Like the Scorpion tanks, you know, the, what's the other thing? Warthogs, what's the flying things, the new vehicles? I think it's called a, not a Hornet, but it's a Wasp. There we go. Like there's multiple variants of Wasps, Warthogs, you know, Scorpion tanks. I really hope we see that return in Infinite, because I remember they have this something called a Hannibal tank, and it's like an electric tank basically, and it shoots lasers. It's super cool. Same with the Hannibal Wasp. And the Oni vehicles, they were like buffed up versions. They shoot like explosive rounds and stuff, and honestly, that was so cool from Halo 5, and that's something I really hope that does return in Halo Infinite. And I'm happy to say, hey, it looks like it may be returning, because we have this special variant of a Warthog that looks so sick. But I'm super excited to see how this turns out. But anyways, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, because I'm so close to 3,000 subscribers. I'm like 10 subscribers away from 3,000. So please go and subscribe to me, because I'll be one happy little boy that if you guys subscribe to me, because I'll be super happy to reach 3,000. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and see ya. Peace.